Now Labour has called for an independent review into the recent floods, including the government's response and the adequacy of funding provided. Liz Saul reports.
With parts of the UK still mopping up after storms Kira, Dennis and Jorge, MPs largely tried to set aside party differences. Opening the debate, the Shadow Environment Secretary Luke Pollard said Labour's requests were small.
What we have before us in this motion is a modest proposal to learn the lessons of the three storms, to conduct an independent review into what's happened. We owe it to those communities that are currently underwater, those that have been flooded, those that are repairing the damage of these storms, to listen to them, to do everything in our power to learn the lessons to make sure it does not happen again.
In response, the Environment Secretary, George Eustice, defended the government's record.
We are investing £2.6 billion in flood defences, over 1,000 flood defence schemes to better protect 300,000 homes by 2021. To date, we've completed 600 of these schemes, protecting over 200,000 homes. And were it not for projects like these, 50,000 more homes would have been flooded in these recent events.
The SNP's Dave Dugan talked about schemes being implemented in Scotland.
The SNP Scottish Government will continue to work to support local authorities to deliver the actions that protect our communities and business. And again, we get back to planning. Planning work is expected to start on 42 prioritised schemes. And this cycle has recognised that they might not be delivered, but it's very important for residents and constituents to understand that they're planned for.
The Conservative MP for Brigg and Goole, Andrew Percy, said he had the dubious honour of representing the most flood-prone constituency in the UK.
We are repeatedly hit by incidents of flooding, and I want to begin by paying tribute to my constituents, to the way in which they are responding at the moment in Snaith and Cowick to what is an incredible deluge. I have been involved in flooding for very many years as an MP, parish councillor and councillor, and I have never seen the inundation of water that we have at the moment in the washlands on the River Aire.
Labour's Alex Davies-Jones highlighted fundraising efforts to help people whose homes had flooded in her constituency of Pontypridd.
The community response has been fantastic, but I wouldn't expect anything less. And a crowdfunder that I have set up only 2 weeks ago has also managed to raise over £36,000 in addition to the crowdfunder set up by the Honourable Member Theronda. This has had donations coming in from all over the world and shows that this is clearly an issue close to everybody's hearts.
A number of Conservatives, including Bill Wiggin, called for a review of the so-called Bellwyn scheme set up to reimburse councils in flooded areas.
I would ask the government to think very carefully about training local authorities in how to manage the Bellwyn scheme. Certainly, councillors in Herefordshire have been panicking because they don't necessarily understand how the scheme works, they don't know how much they can spend, they don't know who to turn to.
Many MPs, including Labour's Yasmin Qureshi, had been here before.
It's now 4 years since those major floods of Boxing Day 2015, and the proposed flood defences have still not been installed. The residents believe that the government is not prioritising them because it's prioritising schemes with larger properties, and so Prestonley keeps getting pushed back further back.
But Labour's call for a UK-wide review of the response to the flooding was overwhelmingly defeated after ministers argued that there had already been several reviews in recent years.
Liz Saul.